We'll actually go through dawn to dusk here in this room.
While at the Association of Great Lakes Outdoor Writers annual conference in September, we got the chance to check out the Waters of Wildlife Museum at Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri. We'd heard a lot of great reviews about this place, so we were pumped to see it for ourselves.
We try to start everybody up here in the history and the beginnings of Bass Pro Shops. So this is actually a mural of the White River, and this is young Johnny out on the boat fishing with his parents. That's what's depicted here. And so it's where it all began. This is one of the original tracker setups and packages that they offered in the catalog. And then we move into the Native American gallery here, where we're kind of paying tribute to those that lived in these lands and these areas and called them home well before any of us were here, and showing how they worked with the land, how they respected what was around them. And so we call this our Teddy Roosevelt cabin. Now this is not an exact model or replica of his actual cabin. It's just built to kind of give the representation, really bring you to what it would feel like to possibly be in his cabin. This is a 4D immersive experience, and so when people are stepping into some of these galleries, we really want to make it feel like they're there. So that's why when you step in here, you not only have all this stuff around you, the texture of the floor has changed as well to resemble gruff and gritty dirt, but if you look above you, the ceilings are even painted. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're going to see clouds, you're going to see birds, you're going to see things all around you, and this is where we really start testing people's eye spy abilities. Exactly. So not only do you have the massive diamondback out here, but if you're not a snake person, you got a sidewinder right behind you up there in the dirt. You got Gila monsters up in the rocks. I mean, it's very easy to be drawn to the larger things that stand out, but when you stop and you listen, you can even hear wind, noises, the rattles. You look around, you look up, you look down, you look inside of things, you're gonna see all kinds of stuff that you've never seen before. This is Olympic National Park, so it's up there in Washington, but it's a lot of green. But the artist has such tremendous skill that even though it's mostly greens that they're working with, they are still able to provide depth to this mural. It feels like you could just walk away. You could walk into this rainforest. So this room right here, now this is a false skylight, but what it's representing is it's representing the National Collection of Heads and Horns. It's showing all these magnificent animals that come from literally all over the world. Within these different displays and these different dioramas, we can utilize them for education, whether it's studying different science standards and things like that, talking about predator and prey relations. We talk about adaptations, working within their biomes and their habitats. And so they're really unique displays in order to be able to bring some of those educational tools forward. So this room right here, this is our Sheep Mountain room. Now, as you look around, you're gonna notice that we are pretty high up in elevation here, but if you notice, we're traveling through the day as well. So we'll actually go through dawn to dusk here in this room. Oh, cool. The lights will start to set as if the sun itself was setting, and it'll take us into an overnight viewing as if the sun or the moon and the stars were cascading over the mountains and glistening off the snow caps, and really bringing forth this kind of winter-esque scene. If you listen very carefully, You can hear the wind howling across the mountaintops. It starts to make you feel like somewhat isolated, but also in a state of a trance and like awe at the same time. To like imagine yourself on one of these peaks, just out there, and that right there was the reverb of two heads butting.
Oh, yeah.
And horns clashing across the mountains. We like to start people at the wildlife galleries. That's kind of like in the mezzanine of Bass Pro Shops. And then when they finish that, they come out here and it drops them right off in the aquarium. And so they're able to just go right into it, takes them in a full circle, and it brings them, back here at home, and they can go out front doors of our aquarium, or they get back into Bass Pro Shops if they got a little shopping to do.
So there's actually an office in there.
Yeah, it is a full boat. That's a real boat. Like, you can put that on the water.
It's just a random office Johnny likes to
Yeah.
have some meetings in there. Like tuna boat.
Yep.
Room.
So the IGFA stands for the International Game Fishing Association, and so you're going to see all the inductees showcased on these walls here. You're going to get hit with a couple different smells. So we are entering our shipwreck room right now. So the shipwreck room here, this is modeled after, what it would be like to be in a sunken ship at the bottom of the ocean. Now, it's also showcasing, though, that it's not just a, dilapidated wreck that has nothing in it anymore. It is now a haven of life. So we've actually stepped back into like the original building for Wonders of Wildlife that was here like pre-2007. So the entire area we just walked through is called the Connector, and that was what was built to connect Bass Pro Shops and the old facility, hence the Connector name. We actually have the largest largemouth bass in human care anywhere. We saw in the very, very beginning, going through the history of Bass Pro Shops, it showed a very young Johnny out on the water with his parents. We said, this is where it started. This is where it all began. That's where Johnny's love for the outdoors and conservation was really cemented. It's where the foothold took place. And so we started our journey, and that's where we're going to end our journey. And he wants everyone to leave to remember that we all live downstream. And so it is a calling to know that, hey, it's not just like physically saying what we do here travels to other places, but it's what we do here within our generation that impacts all future generations to come. So we have to take care of what we have now. We have to appreciate what we have now, so that way we can pay it forward.